Play different.
Greetings fellow Mac addicts! In this video we're looking at Unicycle 3D, which as the title suggests, was to bring the classic Mac game Unicycle to the glorious world of 3 dimensions. I say was to, because the game was ultimately never finished, and what we're looking at here is a prototype which is as far as the game got. Brian Kendall, creator of the original Unicycle, started work on this in 2001 for much the same reason he started the original. He had made a random 3D terrain generator because he had just learned enough math to be able to do so, just as Unicycle came about after he learned how to create a 2D terrain generator. It didn't get as far as the original due to how much more complicated it is to make 3D games, especially back in those days. Still, as you can see, there are hills, walls, pits, floating happy faces, and of course, a clown riding a unicycle, who even has a funny animation when he flips over a wall. There are also camera controls, particle effects, and the ability to speed up and brake. However, there is no score or timer, 2 things that would have made this feel much more complete. There are also no sound effects or music. The tune you're hearing now is from the also cancelled Unicycle 2, the Multicycle. The soundtrack is all that remains of that game, and you can hear it all on my YouTube channel. Even in this unfinished state, Unicycle 3D is fun to play, mainly because as in the original, it feels good just to roam over these hills and hop around. One thing to note about this prototype is that it's very unoptimized, and while it runs very smoothly with no objects on the screen, the frame rate takes quite a dip when things start showing up. Seeing this game in action was actually rather cathartic for me, as I saw screenshots of it years ago but failed to ever find them again, so it's a relief to know that I didn't just imagine them existing. Kendall didn't have a functioning copy of the game, but still had the source code from all those years ago. After I contacted him about it, he later tinkered with it on a whim and managed to get it working on a modern Mac with little trouble, as it was an SDL/OpenGL app, and that's what we're looking at now. With his permission, this build will now be shared publicly, and he is also considering releasing the source code. I would like to thank my friend and fellow Mac addict, Scarlet Swordfish, for helping me make this video. I was having trouble recording footage, and so they did it for me. I highly recommend you follow his Twitch channel, which I will link to below, as he frequently plays Mac games on stream. And that is Unicycle 3D, a small look at what could have been and something everyone can now experience for themselves. And in all honesty, it looks like it would have made the jump from the second to the third dimension much better than certain other games. I'm looking at you, Bubsy.